as we take a look at the highlights of set number 1.
Oh yeah, you did say for the end of during the end of that first set, it was a nip and tuck affair. It was very exciting for me. It was in spurts, so you didn't know until the end. I mean, who was gonna prevail because PLDT was not out of it. You know, little rallies here and there, but then Petro Gazz just held their own and played as a team, and they got that first set.
That first set was crazy. It was full of runs. Started out by Petro Gazz, and then making their own run was PLDT. Then another long run put together by Petro Gazz.
Agree. Really in spurts. It was a great game, and you know we had a lot of good rallies in that set. That's why for us, I mean, yeah, it was a close set, but it was more of an entertaining set for me.
And the steadier team prevailed in the end, and that was Petro Gazz taking the first set 25-22.
Yeah, but we have to give it to PLDT. You know, if we base it on their last game against Streamline, I mean, they're playing a lot better, which is what their fans would like to see.
Of the PVL 2022 Open Conference, as we take a look at the highlights of set number 2.
Yeah, we are tied. We want to mention, for those who just joined us, first set went to Petro Gazz, second set was all PLDT. You know, they played such a, you know, concerted effort for you. PLDT, Del Palamata with the connections in the slide. Eli Soyud playing huge, very consistent. Jovi Prado. But as a whole, what you like about PLDT there is they never look back after they got the lead towards the middle part of the first set. Never looked back. Worked hard to maintain that lead and won that second set. But again, a total team effort for you.
We promised you a good one here this Monday afternoon. And we are dead even at a set apiece. That second set was a pretty dominating performance by PLDT.
Yeah, it just goes to show what these players can do. Again, we always say, don't let that loss to Creamline define this team. You can see it's a very young squad. You have a lot of
5-22. Those are our scores so far here as we take a look at the highlights of our third set.
Yeah, it was actually pretty similar to the first set wherein, you know, teams scored in spurts. But for Petro Gazz, they have to realize that yes, they won the third set, but it's not without errors. We felt those errors towards the end. It's just that they were able to maintain composure through defense and through key performances by Nicole Diamzon is one of them, of course, Chisa. And I mean, these key performances helped them stay afloat to win also the third set. So again, looking at the fourth set, when you watch the first, second, and third, there's a trend. Whoever grabs the lead towards the middle part of the set normally goes on to win that set. So we will see if that will follow here.
But in the second set, an explosive start really for the squad of PLDT, and they never looked back there, winning that one quite handily, 25-19. So you really just can't, as you said, let your guard down.
Yeah.
You've got to be pushing till the very end until this match is over. Thanks a lot, Alexis. Right now, let's go to the highlights of set number 4, which is actually quite dominated by the squad of Petro Gazz, winning that one 25-18.
Yeah, it actually was a different set compared to the first, second, and third. Petro Gazz just obviously found their bearings. You know, it doesn't matter which 6 they use, but they wanted to win it in 4. They performed well. Everybody contributed to the cause. Sabete, MJ Phillips, Aiza Maiza Pontillas, everybody really contributing, which is why they won it in easier fashion than the previous sets.
Well, as they say, when the going gets tough, the tough get going, and that in the fourth set, they wanted to be able to make sure they won it right there and then because they didn't want to go to set number 5.
That's true, and again, we always say going into the quarters, top 2 teams get the twice to be an advantage, and they're looking at that already here so far in the elimination round.
They'd like to be able to come away with a win once again in their last game because you want to also have some momentum moving into the quarterfinals.
That's true. Some numbers here, attacks. Well, obviously Petro Gazz 44-39, that's their strength right today. They were able to convert blocking just by 1. Digs, Kat Arado and PLDT, obviously 85-65, but something that Petro Gazz wants to work on. Aces by 2 in favor of Petro Gazz, but I feel in today's game, not too much of the numbers. It's more of the composure of the team, like the first, the third, and the fourth. And you can see Petro Gazz, not that they were not challenged, but they were able to maintain composure, which is something they want to build on actually moving into the quarterfinals.